What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for jumping in to this video or broadcast right now, depending, of course, on when you are watching this episode. Welcome back to another wonderful episode of Shoot for the Stars right here on the channel. Today's going to be a very interesting episode as we are discussing not a Dutch oven, but Dutch London. The other day, we were talking about some supernatural clues, and we brought up Beatrix Fontaine. She was in our last Shoot for the Stars episode, and Beatrix definitely led to some other clues, as she was a fortune teller in a previous GTA game, and then we got talking about the fortune telling within GTA5 and the internet within. Now we have someone that actually ties into some other clues as well. We have Dutch London, and as you can see from the symbol, the little icon there, Dutch oven or Dutch London is associated with the movie scene, guys. So let's go ahead and see who Dutch London is and exactly what's going on with this character, why he deserves a spotlight here on Vinewood's Walk of Fame as we shoot for the stars in another episode here on the channel. I want to thank you guys all for jumping in. Oh, Brittany, Kairos Power, Ben the Shadow, Tibron Osick, Carlos, Paul Curie, all you motherfuckers jumping in right now, thank you so much, much appreciated. So, Dutch London is American. His status is unknown. He has a first wife, but she is unnamed. His second wife is Betsy ONeal. Now, we do know the ONeal brothers. If anything, Trevor knows them the best. But Betsy ONeal, from what I know, is not associated directly with the ONeal brothers, but we are going to actually talk about Betsy ONeal after we get into more of Dutch London, because she is actually relevant to what I think, is important when looking at the mystery, as she is tied to another mystery within the game. Dutch London is an actor. He's a male, and he appears in GTA5, guys. Dutch London was a famous actor in the Vinewood film industry. Dutch London was an actor during Vinewood's golden age, whose roles included that of revenging llama rancher Cal Bradshaw in the classic Vinewood Western 1952's Bullwhip Fury. London himself has been described by some as a chicken hawk. Do you guys hear that? He has been described as a chicken hawk. Let me see if I could do it here. Yeah, look at that. Switch actor. We have a chicken hawk as one of our playable peyotes in the game, guys. We can be a chicken hawk in this game. Isn't it kind of weird that we are able to be the animal that is mentioned right here in this description? Another name for Dutch London. The chicken hawk is a very suspicious animal, as it is. And I actually have an episode coming up soon that I've been working on for over a month, talking about the peyotes and different, leads, I would say. I don't want to say too much, but different things involving the peyotes, and the chicken hawk is one of those animals of interest, in my opinion. So I thought it was very, very suspicious, if you will, that this London guy has been described by some as a chicken hawk. Very, very odd, if you ask me. Anyway, it says that his closest vantage to action during the Second World War was a Dutch flophouse. Others have described him as a right-wing, there you go, wings on a chicken hawk, a right-wing maniac with little to no acting skills. So this guy obviously doesn't deserve the role that he has gotten, but he is still a famous actor anyway. London would at some point leave his first wife, who later came out as a transgender. This person is unnamed, by the way. We don't know who this is. It could be, yes, it could be Trevor himself. Anyway, he left that transgender wife for his first, or for his Bullwhip Fury co-star, Betsy ONeal. And we're going to get into her in a second. And not like you guys think. We're not going to get into her that filthy way. You sick fucks every goddamn time. Every fucking time. Here's some trivia on the Dutch oven, guys. Dutch London is so well known that he has his own star on the Vinewood Walk of Fame. Really? I did not know that. There's also a street in South Los Santos named after him. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. There are several parallels between London and former U.S. President Ronald Reagan. Both were famous actors and noted conservatives. Both were well known for their starring roles in westerns, and both were widely seen as avoiding combat during World War II, and both left their first wives for actresses. Reagan himself was even famously nicknamed Dutch. Now, also, the westerns, I see a little bit of a Red Dead Redemption connection there as well, especially the movie, that Bullwhip movie. I looked into the description. If you go onto the in-game internet and look at the Vinewood classics, those movies, you can see the descriptions for all those movies, and I definitely see a connection between that Bullwhip movie and Red Dead Redemption. So something to think about, something to look at as well. So before we get to his wife, let's get to the street that was named after him. Let's see here. One quick second here. Okay, so here we are on the street now. So, Dutch London Street. It is located... Let me see if I can get this right. Yep. It looks like it is this street right here. It's this street right here. Dutch London Street. So it looks like it comes from under the thruway here, and it wraps itself through this way. The actual words for it are right here in this mess. Some say this looks like a Celtic knot, which I think it might be. At least a reference to one, if not somewhat of a clue tied into the mystery. But this is a street. Now, Dutch London Street is situated in Rancho La Puerta and Banning, Los Santos, that appears in Grand Theft Auto 5. It has connections to Davis Avenue, Utopia Parkway, Greenwich Parkway, Jamestown Street, Roy Lostein Boulevard, Carson Avenue, and Signal Street. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because of a couple of different things here. It says that the businesses that are located on the street are Avalon Laundry and Dry Cleaners, Diego's Auto Repair. We have Diego in Red Dead Redemption. Okay, this is located in the Rancho area. Okay, Rancho, more of a Red Dead Redemption tie. Hardy Taco. Okay, Hardy Taco has some interesting shit on the street right near Hardy Taco, and it's right next to the morgue. There's actually a hearse that loads up right in front of it. It spawns like right there. A lot of stuff right in that area of great reference to the mystery. So I thought it would be important to kind of bring up the street because it is named after the character we're talking about, and I think it's very suspicious. There's also more information on the street, but not too much that I really want to get into right now. Not anything that's really, eye-popping, if you will. And now I want to talk about his wife, okay? His second wife, not the transgender, but Betsy ONeal, okay? What it says about Betsy ONeal is that she was born in 1935. Her main affiliation is Richard's Majestic Productions, and she's a female actress, okay? She's an actress in the Vinewood film industry in Grand Theft Auto 5. Betsy is most known by her role as a main female lead, Penny Lace, in the Vinewood classic film Bullet Fury. Betsy was considered America's sweetheart in 1952, and despite accusations that she engaged in sexual relationships with movie directors and producers to get some of her roles, she has been referred to by some people as the Poppy Mitchell of her time, which we know Poppy Mitchell is also located on this street when you're playing the game as one of the special characters we could talk to and then play as within the director mode. O'Neal was one of the actresses considered for the female lead in the 1975 film The Many Wives of Alfredo Smith, but at 40 was considered too old for the role. Lenora Johnson, a much younger actress, was also considered for the role before she was murdered. This led to suspicion that O'Neal had murdered Johnson as an act of revenge, until it was later revealed that she was murdered by director Peter Dreyfuss, another name that we have yet talked about here on a previous episode of Shoot for the Stars, but we also know that Peter Dreyfuss is tied directly to the mystery within the game, the murder mystery within the game, and so is Lenora Johnson, as there's a website all about her and all the stuff that we had to do concerning these characters, okay, directly within this game. So there is a big tie to all of this stuff, and it leads right back to Dutch London. So for those of you that might not think it's important to go through each one of these names, I bid you farewell, friend. Go to some other channel, because I definitely think it's important. As we look at each one of these names, we find out more about Rockstar's lore, their history, their past, and the stuff that they're using within this game as connections between other clues that help us progress to ultimately solve this Chiliad mystery. So, for you guys that are jumping in every week and paying attention and learning, good for you, motherfuckers. You are the true hunters, and we're going to get this shit down and knock it out of the ballpark. So, the last thing it says about O'Neal is that she has an auditorium in Little Seoul, Los Santos, named after her, and also has her own star on the Vinewood Walk of Fame. What the fuck are we going to do that day? We already covered her. Well, I'll think of something for you guys. But that, so far, guys, is everything that we're going to bring up today for this episode of Shoot for the Stars. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Let me give a shout out to everybody that jumped in to the broadcast so far. Once again, Ben the Shadow, Kairos Power, Living on the Edge, Rockstar Dev, J Holy Moly, Sizen Sepsu, oh, Brittany, who else haven't I said? Tiburon Astacarlos. I'm skipping through all these names. Juggalo Joe. Paul Curie. And I hope I didn't miss anybody. But, yeah, all you motherfuckers, thank you so much for jumping in. It's an honor and a fucking pleasure. And I'll see you guys in the next video or broadcast. Got some good stuff coming up your way, guys. So definitely stay tuned. Thank you very much. Take it easy. Ta-ta. And as mother fucking always, peace.